Hi guys, just wanted to say hi today and go over a couple of thoughts that I've been having around the coronavirus and what it's doing and the changes that we're all facing. And I just want you to remind you that it's really, really important at this time that you don't freak out and that you stay in control of your mind and your thoughts. And we're all handling it in our own different ways, and tempers may be a bit shorter, and you may be feeling a lot of fear in this time, and it's important that you learn to just really breathe through it and then start to think about doing some meditation and just quietening your nervous system down, because what happens is when you're under stress, of course, you're decreasing your immune system, and that isn't good for keeping rid of keeping the coronavirus away. So you want to be decreasing your stress levels, and at this time when there's a lot of hype around the whole thing, and a lot of legitimate fears as well, and people are fearful of losing their jobs and their income, and I can certainly relate to that. I've definitely lost my income for the next few months in a lot of ways, but what I'm doing is that I'm trying to pivot as fast as possible and to bring everything online, and we do already have a lot of our programs online, so we're in a bit of a better position than some perhaps, but it's about finding the opportunities in this scenario. And one of the things that when I was writing my book and taking my mum through this rehabilitation process, and my new book is just out called Relentless, and it really is a story that's about overcoming the odds and beating the problems and the obstacles and hanging in there and not freaking out and trying to keep moving forward even when you're despairing and desperate and down, but just keep moving forward. So this book is actually a really good thing at the moment for mindset, because it is all about mindset, how you approach this coronavirus. Now, we all know the hygiene guidelines, but I would really like to encourage you to tune in tomorrow. I'm having a podcast with Dr. Mansoor Mohammed, who is a functional genomic scientist and immunologist. And Dr. Mansoor has also just released 2 blogs up on my website that gives you, from an absolute top scientist point of view, what's actually going on with this virus, how contagious it is, and it's actually more contagious than what we're being led to believe. It's actually, that is what I really was worried about when I read Dr. Mansoor's report on how it stays alive on different surfaces outside of the human body for so long, how there is 1,000 times more viral particles in our sputum, which is when we're speaking. So things like telephones need to be sanitized constantly. Don't share telephones. Don't even walking into the space that someone else has been breathing in can cause problems. So getting into closed places without good airflow is a really, really dangerous thing to do right now. So please think twice about getting on airplanes and stuff. But anyway, Dr. Mansoor is coming on my podcast tomorrow, and I'm going to be processing that episode very, very quickly so that I can get it out to you. And meanwhile, go and check out those blog posts with Dr. Mansoor. He is an expert in this area. He knows all about how it's passed from one person to another, how long it stays on what surfaces, what you need to be doing, what disinfectants will work, what won't, all of these really important facts that you need to know. It has a very low mortality rate compared to the previous coronaviruses, which are like SARS and MERS. So that's a good thing, but it is much, much more contagious than that. As we're facing all these challenges, I just want to remind you it's really important to do self-care, to remain calm, try and connect with nature, get outside in a place where there are no other human beings if possible at the moment, and feel the sun on your back, see the trees, see that nothing horrific's happening right under your nose, and just try to calm your system down, because the calmer you are, the less stress hormones will be in your body, and the more likely you'll be able to fight this disease. Of course, for our elderly population, this is a massive danger, and I've just cancelled my engagements for the next few weeks with the book tour and so on, because I don't want to bring that home to my elderly parents. And this is the sort of thing we need to be careful with our elderly and with anyone who's immune compromised. They really need to double down on these precautions. So take care of yourselves. Use this time, if you're stuck at home now and you can't do a heck of a lot, use this time to reflect on where you want to go in life and what direction you want to take. There will be good things come out of this as well. I think it's a directional change for humanity, actually, to start to think, just to the direction of where we're going, and is it good? And on a personal level, certainly a time to reflect and thinking, well, this is a time, if you're going to be losing your job or your profession, maybe it's a time to take up a challenge and learn something else and pivot into something else. Being able to pivot and move quickly is going to be key. If you aren't able to adapt very quickly to changes, then it's going to be a lot harder for you. So just stay adaptable, stay focused, start trying to strategize 2 or 3 steps ahead. We're certainly doing that with our business. We've cancelled all our live meetings. We're going online with everything. All of these sort of things that, we can start to do. And in some jobs that's not possible, I know. Take care of our first responders. Like my husband is a firefighter, and all our doctors and nurses, they're really putting their lives on the line for us at the moment. So take care of them, give them the respect that they need, and just be patient with each other. Social distancing does not mean social disconnection. It just means we have to interact in a slightly different way right now. So I hope this helps you. I know some of the information that Dr. Mansour is going to give isn't necessarily what you want to hear, but it is a scientist's point of view on exactly how this comes about and how contagious it is. So make sure you check into my podcast, Pushing the Limits. I'm interviewing him in the morning, tomorrow morning. He's in Canada, and I will be getting that podcast out as soon as I can get it edited and processed and up online. I'll be keeping you posted. Meanwhile, go to my website, lisatamati.com, hit the blog button and go to all blogs, and you'll see Dr. Mansour's last 2 blog pieces, which are all about this coronavirus. And if you're wanting a mindset shift and direction, then I'd really encourage you to go and grab my book. It is about mindset and taking on massive challenges and health issues and overcoming problems and against all the odds. So it's a good thing to be reading right now to keep your mind in a good place. So thanks guys for listening, and we'll see you again soon.